Everyone, and welcome to a spooky edition of the Lost Levels podcast. This is podcast number 238. Ooh, I'm so terrible at this. Anyway, today's podcast is gonna be a really spooky edition. Today we're gonna be talking about 18 spooky Nintendo tracks. So different Nintendo music from different type of Nintendo series. And we're going to play 18 tracks that are really spooky or haunted. You know, just even if it's not super haunting, you know, just a track that fits perfectly for Halloween. So, you know, if you're having a Halloween party for your video game homies and stuff, you know, these are some great tracks to play at your house.
At your Monster Mash.
Your Monster Mash. Ooh. So, hello everyone.
Smash.
I am FrankenStaryu. And today I am joined by SuperZombiezi.
Hello.
Ooh. And we have Soul.
Hi. I'm not gonna ham it up like a Z.
That's a first for me too.
I thought that was gonna be definitely vice versa, but anyway. So yeah, we have 18 tracks. Each of us have 6 tracks. So we each have 6 tracks prepared, different Nintendo series and things of that nature. So get ready to hear these spooky tracks and get into the Halloween vibe. Alright, so I'm going to go first because, you know, I'm arrogant and I'm just like, I want to go first. So I will be going first, and here's my first track. And this is a really great track to start with. So here we go. This is what we're going to do. Bam. Ooh, that is Creepy Steeple from Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Which, by the way, we did a Paper Mario music podcast, just saying. I think it's 234 or something like that. Yeah, so Creepy Steeple, this is a really, really creepy track. And it plays in Twilight Town, I believe. As you keep going to the right of Twilight Town, you get to the Twilight Trail or whatever you call it. And then eventually you reach Creepy Steeple, which is an abandoned mansion filled with booze. And if you stay in the mansion too long, the booze will come and surround you, slowly circling you, and then pick you up, and I think you get KO'd, I think? Or if you hit them, then they'll be like, hey, what's wrong with you? And then Atomic Boo will appear.
I remember the Atomic Boo.
Yeah, and this is also where Dupless resides. And Dupless,
steals your shadow.
He steals your shadow, and he steals your identity. And you're just a little purple shadow thing, and you're nobody. And then Vivian comes, and then that's a whole nother story with the Shadow Sirens and things like that. So, yeah, so what do we think about Creepy Steeple? What do you guys think about Creepy Steeple?
That was my least favorite part of Chapter 4, going through Creepy Steeple. But I like its music a lot, so I think it was actually a good choice. It's just like, the music's really good, but I think as a whole, I don't like that, I guess, dungeon. Even though I know everyone's big criticism of Chapter 4 is the backtracking. I'm like, I really don't like Creepy Steeple that much either. I honestly was never really bothered by the backtracking, unlike most people. I mean, sure, it kind of got to be an inconvenience, but I don't think it was the worst part of that chapter.
Yeah, I think it fits.
Yes.
That's about it.
It's spooky, okay? Spooky.
I actually like this chapter a lot, and I don't mind the backtracking. It's slightly annoying, but, you know, I like this chapter a lot. And it fits perfectly for the Halloween vibe. Ooh. So now we're going to move on to SZ. What is your first Halloween track that's haunted and spooky? Ooh.
Ooh, let's take a listen.
I love that.
Okay, I had to play it extra long so you could hear that first part. That's the best part, the violin. I remember when I first heard this, I think it was when the game was either just released or about to come out, and the soundtrack was made available online for some reason.
I remember that.
And I heard this and my eyes just go, like, they just shoot open. Like, whoa, this sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all I have to say. It sounds amazing, and it really fits the spooky theme.
Yeah, this is a good track from Super Mario 3D World. I liked this. Well, I think it was used in multiple levels, but
yeah,
I really liked the first one, the first ghost house theme level from Mario 3D World.
Yeah, I don't really remember them too much, but I just remember the music the most, and like, this is awesome. This sounds so good. But yeah, that's why I picked this one as my first one.
I don't really like the Ghost House from Super Mario 3D World. I don't really like the Ghost House of any Mario game. Freaking Super Mario World. Any Super Mario Bros. 3, I don't even know if it has a Ghost House. But like all those games, every time I say Ghost House, I'm just like, oh god, the trickery, and you have to go down the right path, and oh my god, those houses are usually annoying. But it's still really spooky track. Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Spooky.
Oh my god, he didn't do it.
Your
Your disappointment. You disappointed me. You did it 5 seconds later. I am like literally heartbroken. Okay, Soul, what is your track?
My first track is from, I feel like, the obvious game when you think of spookiness and Nintendo. So, take a listen. So this track is, very slow and very quiet, and it's not, I guess it's not really creepy. I don't think I would describe it as creepy, more as atmospheric, but this is actually the song Melody Pianissima plays in Luigi's Mansion, and it's a cover of the, main theme of Luigi's Mansion. I like it. Again, it's very simple, and it's really quiet, and it's not exactly what you think of when you think of Halloween, but it still works, in my opinion. And I also really like Melody Pianissima as a character. She was the ghost I always remembered because she was really sweet, and her piano was also really cool, and that was a really cool, simple but cool battle. So
when I saw this on your list, I thought you were gonna include something like the underwater theme that she plays from the original Super Mario Brothers. Like that's not really spooky. I forgot that she just plays the normal Luigi's Mansion theme. So good pick.
Yeah. Alright, that is our first set of tracks, and let's move on to the second set of tracks. Now, okay, here's a disappointment right here. The next song I'm gonna play, Soul and Esty are not gonna know really what game it's from. Dark Boo would have totally instantly guessed this, so Dark Boo, if you're listening from afar, please, this is our track. So
from
here we
beyond the grave.
Ooh, Dark Boo. Alright, here we go. Here's my track.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready?
Oh.
I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my...
It's Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, the rapping part, yeah. If we have an intro to this podcast, this will probably be the intro, but without the rapping, just the instrumental, because the instrumental is so good. Yeah, this is Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2, and it's a really great level. I hate all of Knuckles' levels, and I know you guys didn't play the game, so I know I'm going to be alone in this, but I just want to say quickly, I hate all the treasure finding and gem finding, whatever the case might be. I hate those levels, but this was a good level, just because the music is popping, the pumpkins and everything is good, the theme, it's great. And I love it so much, and I think it fits perfectly for this podcast.
I've never played the game, but I do know everyone hates Knuckles' treasure finding levels, so I don't think you're alone in that. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you.
The instrumental sounds okay, but the rap makes me want to Nintendo Switch snap my neck. Like,
Ooh! Oh, I don't have it ready! How could you do this to me? Oh my god. But yeah, that's my track. I like it. Like you said, the instrumental's just, ooh, it's great. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't recognize this one. Obviously, never played it. I hear this and I imagine Dark Boo.
Stop.
I have to. I imagine him on Halloween getting down at the club to this music.
This is not Boo's music. I would never ever suspect him of listening to this music. I'd suspect. Yeah, never mind. I'd probably suspect me of Boo listening to it.
This is your song, huh?
Oh, sure. You know me. Isn't there a song like that with Knuckles? Doesn't he say something like? Oh, something ME. I know that.
Yes, you're right. I don't know. I don't know the exact title, but you're right. That's absolutely the thing. All right, so that is my track, Pumpkin Hill. Yes. And now we're gonna move to Essie with your second Halloween track.
Okay, here it is.
Yay.
Okay, that is Witchy World from Banjo-Tooie. I had to pick between Mad Monster Mansion from Banjo-Kazooie or Witchy World, and Witchy World just has the better OST, the better soundtrack. It's very fitting for Halloween, very carnival-like, very spooky, but like fun still. Still
Yes.
fun. So it's not creepy.
It's the fun side of Halloween. I have one of those songs too.
That's the problem. Actually, I just now replaced the song I had, Ikana Valley, or however you pronounce that, from Majora's Mask, and it's like this really slow, dead-filled, dread-inducing soundtrack. I had to replace it because I kind of had the wrong understanding of this entire episode. I just picked a bunch of creepy ones, but this one I had to switch because it's a little more fun. So, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it.
It's not bad.
This is from Banjo-Tooie, right? It's not bad. It's from Banjo-Tooie. I didn't play Banjo-Tooie, Essie. Bad Essie. You spoiled me. How dare you? Now I know a world from Banjo-Tooie.
How dare me? How dare you not play it yet?
Well, I told you I wasn't gonna play it yet, and you knew it, and you just played it. Ugh.
You have had how many? You've had 16 years to play. Time's up.
That is a huge lie, and
it is. Time is never up. Go ahead and play today, then.
Okay.
Izzy, stop being a miscreant.
Stop being a zombie. Okay, here we go. Soul, your track.
Yeah. That's me. Okay, I'm gonna play my song, and you better like it. Yes, my track is from Paper Mario Color Splash, the game that we pretty much just covered. And it is the dark blue in theme. This is the more active theme. There's like a quieter version that I think plays when you're going through the house and stuff, or the beginning when like the toads are all freaking out, like it's all haunted. But this is the one I like, the version I like, because I really like dark blue in. And we discussed the level already in the Paper Mario Color Splash level, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But I like thinking of this level because I like thinking of the ghost tea party because I thought it was funny.
Oh, that was so cute with the ghost toads. Oh, don't make me get into that again. But this is a great track, and this definitely, definitely feels spooky, and it feels haunted. Haunted by the ghost of soul.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No.
No?
Nope. Sorry.
I'm disappointed because I thought, your ghost would reside in Dark Blue Inn.
Why would you think that?
I mean, you wanted to ride it.
Oh,
right?
God. It is important, actually. It was important.
Do you guys want to know what it is?
No.
It's... Oh. You know what?
Don't spoil it for them.
You're right, I shouldn't. You gotta play Paper Mario Color Splash, which, by the way, Color Splash, that was episode 236. Go listen to it. It's a big podcast, but it's filled with just so much juice. Oh my god. You're gonna need
find out what it is.
Ooh. Alright, here we go. This is my third track. And now this is a really, really great track for a Halloween music podcast like this is. And I think you guys will know it because you played Pokemon, so here it is. If you just already know what it is. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh, it's Lavender Town from Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Wow, Lavender Town, yeah, this is the town of death in the Pokemon series, this was the first Pokemon's. These were the first Pokemon games to ever be released. So Pokemon was fresh and new, and most of the towns are really cheery. We have Cerulean City, Viridian City, Celadon City, Vermilion City, Fuchsia City. Did I say that right? Saffron. Yeah, we have a bunch of colorful towns and things of that nature. They're not towns, cities, and they're so great. And we have really happy music playing. Town's great, but this is the only town in Pokemon that's deaf. It's all about deaf. It's what's it called? The Purple Noble Town or something like that. I don't know what they called it. But I'm right. Okay, but this is also the home of the Pokemon Tower, where deceased Pokemon are buried, and it's a really, really sad town if you really think about it. Deceased Pokemon are there. And then of course it gets haunted. Team Rocket's trying to dig up graves and things like that because Team Rocket is ridiculous. And then frickin' Marowak, the ghost of Marowak, comes alive, and there's a bunch of Ghastlies and Haunters. It's a really haunted town, and it's perfect for this podcast. And I just want to mention quickly, in the next game, Johto, Gold and Silver, the town actually changed drastically, where it wasn't as spooky at all. And didn't they change the tower to a radio tower?
Was that the game? Did they do that? I think so.
I think they did do that. So they moved the graves into this little small house, and then they made the giant Pokemon tower into the radio station. Ah, what a disrespect to the Pokemon. But what do you guys think about this track?
I mean,
Creepy.
Yeah,
creepy, right? Oh, so I made a great choice. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Ezzy.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
My turn?
Yeah, play your song.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's mine. Okay, yeah, that is Haunted Towers from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And as you know, or don't know, in Dark Moon you have 5 different mansions, and they're all themed differently, and they all play the same song but in a different version. And this is the overgrown grassy one, and it's also the coolest mansion.
Yeah, it is. It's my favorite
in terms of gameplay and sound. It just sounds so great. It's such a good track. But that's why I picked it. We need some Luigi's Mansion representation. Soul covered the first game. I covered the sequel. This is a Halloween episode, so we needed to have it. And I replaced this with, or I originally had King Boo's Haunted Hideaway. I think that's what it's called, from Mario Party 8. But we needed some Luigi's Mansion, so I used this instead.
Well, because you changed it, I don't even know what it is, so I don't have anything to say about it.
I know Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon pretty well. This is my favorite world. Just because it's really cool, because it was a residential place. At least part of it. One tower was residential, and then the other tower was dedicated to, garden keeping. And obviously that guy must have died or slept on the job or something, because there's a giant tree in the middle of the towers. But it's a really nice area, and it isn't my favorite version of the song. My favorite version is, I think, Secret Mines, or it might be Treacherous Mansion. I don't remember how they go too well, but I think it's Secret Mine. I'm pretty sure it's Secret Mine. So, but sure, this is an okay version, and it gets bonus points considering it is I think the best mansion from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Yeah.
All right, now Soul, it's your turn.
It is my turn. Okay. This song... Stop it. If you listen to this, you might not know where it's from, but I'm gonna play it anyway, and then I'll explain.
Ooh.
Yes. That's from Pokemon X and Y, actually. I told Ezzy about it, and he did not even remember the location at first. Way to go, SC. This is the scary house where that dude tells you that weird story right before Lavera City, where you fight Valerie, the fairy-type gym leader. I never liked this place, to be honest. It was kind of weird that you even had to go there. There was no purpose to it. You didn't get anything from it. You just had to go there and hear the fake story, and then, oh, it's so scary. And the scariest part about it is the music. I think it very much works for a Halloween theme, and I think it's good background music for something that's supposed to be very spooky and creepy and
haunted.
Haunted, yes. It's a good song for that.
Can you mention again, where does it plays in the scary house before what gym leader?
Valerie.
Okay.
The fairy type gym leader.
Got you. Okay, because I definitely recognize this track, but I was thinking in my head, like, wait, where does it play? I forgot completely where the scary house was. Is it called literally just Scary House?
Yeah,
or?
It's just called Scary House, or the track is.
Ooh, I love that name. Oh, so original. All right, so now let's move on to our fourth set of tracks. But we're blazing through this. Oh my god! Whoa, go Lost Levels. Oh my god, ghostly speed. All right, so this next track is from Smash Brothers. Now, I'm thinking in my head. I don't know if this is like the most spooky track, but when I first listened to it when I was a kid, I definitely was creeped out by it. So I'm gonna play it for you guys right now. So here we go.
Oh.
Ooh, it's Brinstar Depths. It's Brinstar, right? Is that how we say it?
Yes.
Brinstar? Okay. Oh my god, quick story. When I was a kid, I used to always say Burnstar. Burnstar. I don't know, I just thought, hey, there's like acid or lava on the floor, so hey, it's Burnstar, clearly. And the planet just blew up too. Anyway, oh my god, off topic. But yeah, this is the second stage for Samus in Super Smash Bros. Melee. This track is also in Brawl, and I think it's in Wii U. I don't know for sure. I think it is. I haven't. If it is, I haven't unlocked it.
I think it even is in 3DS because doesn't it play on Brinstar Depths?
Oh, I don't know. You might be right.
Yeah, I feel it might be.
Because they had the real Brinstar stage on. Oh yeah, you might be right. I don't really know though. But yeah, this track is so spooky. When I first listened to it when I was a kid, I unlocked it. When you look at the stage icon, all you see is Kraid's face. I'm just like, this is a stage? Oh, so we're going to play on a giant dinosaur? Ooh. And then when you actually play it, it's like this, like, kind of like weirdly shaped, like, I don't even know what you call it. Like, so you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like a
structure. I don't know what else to say.
Structure, some sort of, yes, I think we should just say structure because I have no idea what to say. Just this weird shaped structure, and it's like Kraid can move it around, and if you're at the bottom, you're gonna fall. Oh, Dark Boo, don't fall. But yeah, this is a really, really creepy track, and I thought it'd be perfect for our Halloween podcast, music podcast, so I wanted to include it. So yeah, there we go.
I like this song. I really do like this song. So I didn't even think of it because it's not the first thing I think of when I think of like Halloween stuff, because usually I associate the area with it, and a lot of the areas that we've chosen are very spooky ghost house thing.
Exactly.
That's not the case for this one, but that doesn't mean it's not a good pick. It's just like, oh, this is a really good choice.
Yeah.
I just didn't think of it.
Thank you. It's really sinister.
Ooh, that's a good vocabulary.
Thank you. Yes. All right, that is my track, Brinstar Depths, and now we're gonna move on to SuperZombiezi.
Okay, here it is. Okay, so a lot of people will hear this and they're like, that's not spooky. That's actually... Well, okay, let me just start talking about it. Animal Crossing New Leaf, this is KK Hypno? Or Hypno KK. The air check version. It plays in like normal villagers' houses. It's totally cool, whatever. And yeah, it's not supposed to be... or it might not be considered spooky, but the reason I think it's kind of creepy is because I watched that Ica Village thing. I've mentioned it a lot of times on this podcast before, but I just remember that like so, I don't want to say fondly, but I really remember it. And this is what would play in the houses there. And very briefly, it's a dream town that you wake up in 4 a.m, really creepy. Go into a house, normal house, and you continue to follow a path in this village to different houses, and each house gets creepier and creepier and more murderous and scarier, and this music plays in each of those houses. So, whew, yeah, Ica Village, go look that up. That's why this sounds creepy.
If you have Animal Crossing New Leaf and you never, ever went to Ica? Is that how you say
Yes.
it?
I think so, yeah.
If you've never been to Ica Village, you need to take your rear end there, because it's a really spooky town. And the story, you know, it's really spooky and haunted, but it's like, it's so well made. I can't believe someone actually made this. I'm wondering if they hacked it and put it together, because it's
I
so
don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
Well, then they're just really good.
If you don't have the game though, I would suggest searching up. I think it was. Yes, it was. It was Chugga Conroy. He did a video all about it. It was very informative because I think by that time, I had restarted my Animal Crossing game and then I didn't want to go back to playing it, so I just saw the video. I was like, "Ooh, I'll watch this." And that one's very informative because he just covers a lot of stuff that you might not have realized during the Ica Village thing.
Actually, I didn't watch his video, but I'm gonna maybe not recommend it because it's Japanese and there's a lot of Japanese text. So the one I watched is people who could speak Japanese,
Yes,
and they were like
he translated it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I take it back.
Ooh, go to Ica Village on Halloween. Ooh, spooky. Oh my gosh.
God, I couldn't do that.
I haven't been back there in like so long.
It
And
is
but-
really creepy.
Yeah. But talking about SC's track, Hypno KK, I think I told SC this on Thursday when we were filming the Nintendo Switch
Snap. my neck.
podcast. Oh, snap your neck! Oh my god, don't do that. But yeah, we were talking about it after the podcast, and he said, "Oh, I have these tracks," and I'm like, "Hypno KK." You know, I was thinking in my head, like, wait, that's not a spooky track, because I was thinking of the live version. The live version is absolutely not spooky, at least in my opinion, because we have tracks like KK Dirge. I think that's what you say, KK Dirge or Durg or something like that, and
I thought you
that's
said dirt.
Dirge, or I don't know, it's like it's like kind of like a funeral or graveyard music, and that's really spooky. So I was like, Hypno KK, that's not creepy. But then when you said the air check, it all started coming back, like, oh, Ica Village. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I just wanted to explain that. I'm sorry. Now we're gonna move on to Soul. Soul, what's your track? Ooh.
So this.
Thank you for the track. That was so good. Okay, Staryu, you're next. Go ahead.
Ezzy, you're gonna be one of the next victims of Ica Village. If you know-
Oh my gosh. Ica Village 2.0.
Yeah. Okay. The last song I played, this song and the next song were all suggestions from my friends because I was really having trouble finding songs, and so these were all from them. And it wasn't like I just chose. You know, I had 4 songs I was given. I didn't like one of them, so I actually listened to these. This one's good. It's from Mario RPG. So unfortunately, I don't have much.
Lightning?
I don't know. Unfortunately, shut up. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. I never really got to this part in Mario RPG, or at least I don't remember the song at all. So it doesn't ring any bells in the Sunken Ship. That's what it's called, Sunken Ship. Unfortunately, it doesn't really ring any bells. But I do listen to the song, and I really did like it. So I don't have much to say on it except for that it is a really good song, and I think it works for Halloween because it sounds like a weird like haunted waltz, like dun dur dun dun dur dur. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I've listened to it too, and I think it's great. I have not
Thanks.
played this is from Super Mario RPG, right? RPG.
Yes.
I haven't played that game in so long, which I gotta get on that soon. So I didn't really remember the track at first when you were playing it, but I did look it up last night, and I was like, oh, okay, this it still definitely totally fits for a Halloween music podcast. It's really spooky and sinister. We gotta find more adjectives to use. Essie, what do you think about the track?
I didn't get this far, so unfortunately I don't have like memories or anything to say about the actual level itself, but it's a nice track. I mean, it's not the spookiest, I don't think, but it works.
SZ. I liked it.
Right. So now let's get to our 5th set of tracks. Like I said, we're trailblazing this. All right, so this track is not the most haunted track. I'll just say that right off the bat. It's not the most haunted, but I think it fits perfectly for this Halloween music podcast, and also it just when you listen to it, you'll get it. I'll explain it, but here we go. This is my track.
have.
Better learn my name, 'cause it's Ashley.
It's Ashley's song from
And she brews the meanest potions. Okay.
You Might Be the Ingredient I Seek. I know the whole song. Don't get me. Whoa. Okay, don't get me singing that because I will sing the whole song. I know every lyric just from the back of my head.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Start right now.
don't put me in the spot. I'll do it. Don't do it.
No.
This is Ashley's song. It's from the WarioWare series, but this remix is from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's also in Wii U, I think, and 3DS. I think. I don't know, but I think so. Yeah, this is Ashley's song. It's definitely a great track for Halloween. For a Halloween dance party, yes. I've always loved this song. Even when like the original Brawl days, I don't even know if you guys did this, but I used to always be on top of the Smash Brothers dojo, and they would always be posting like a new character revealed or
Oh,
a
yeah,
new
of
song.
course.
And like I think October 10th or October 9th or somewhere in October, like back in like 2007, I think, they played this song and like from the Smash Dojo, and like I was like, ooh, this is a great song, and I downloaded it and everything. I was like, wow, this is great. And they only showed 1 minute of it too, so I was like, wow, you know, I like this song a lot. So I was so glad to include it on my list because it's a great song. What do you guys think about it?
And isn't there didn't the newest Smash also make a new version, but it's only in Japanese?
Yeah, and that's why it's kind of rude to say, but I don't like it at all just because of that. I don't understand it. I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't know.
I believe the actual original song, not from Brawl, like the original song, is actually like twice as slow. So yeah, because I remember I was watching. I forgot who it was, but I was watching someone play WarioWare, the original, or not the original. This is on DS.
Yeah, WarioWare Touched. It played
Yeah.
on when you played on Ashley's stage.
And it was really slow. I was like, oh, because I've always heard the Brawl version. I didn't think they'd slow it down. It was kind of weird hearing it basically twice this, or half the speed. Yeah.
Just so
There you go.
just so the listeners can know what Soul's talking about. Okay. All right, that's it. That's it for me. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's it. And now we're gonna move on to SuperZombiezi.
Okay. Oh, this is so creepy. Oh, this is the Shadow Temple from Ocarina of Time. Wow. If you want to talk about games that send you crying to sleep or keep you awake all night, here you go. Shadow Temple music and the Shadow Temple itself. So creepy. It's so creepy. It's super creepy.
They did that
Lens
on
of
purpose,
truth,
too.
And there's just like skulls everywhere and death everywhere, and you have what's that really nasty thing called? The mini boss
Oh.
with the hands that stick out.
Yes.
Dead Hand, I think it's called.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember
Soul?
the name.
Oh, never mind.
Stop. Me.
No, that's the boss. Sorry,
Oh.
not the mini boss. But that was just so creepy, and you have that ghost ship type thing, and the spikes, and like the spinners with the, what do you call the thing that Death holds? Whatever his name is, Death. The thing you cut grass with.
A scythe?
Lawnmower?
That thing. Yeah, they have like a spinners with lawnmower. Yeah, they have a bunch of lawnmowers running around Shadow Temple. And it's whatever. But the only one thing that's kind of off is the boss is Bongo Bongo,
Yeah.
aka Soul, but he's a weird boss. He doesn't really fit. But yeah,
Mean.
every time he hits the ground, trash flies out. It's whatever. But that's my track, Shadow Temple. I don't remember if the Under the Well plays the same music. I'm not sure.
Is this
but
Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this definitely is a spooky track. It's also sinister. Yeah.
Okay.
Sick.
Now let's move on to Soul. Soul's 5th track. So Soul, what is your track?
So I've not played this game. However, I like the song a lot, and I know Staryu will have stuff to say on it, so it's a good choice. My friend suggested this. One of my friends suggested this one and the Scary House theme, and I can see why, because they actually sound somewhat similar.
Oh,
I don't know.
this
Maybe
track
it's just
all over
me. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, so that was Staryu laughing in the background, both in the music and in the podcast.
Thank you for providing the vocal, Staryu. That's
yeah,
very
that was
no
really
problem.
good.
I had to.
It was a
Hey,
great
no
performance.
problem. You're welcome.
So yeah, this was a Donkey Kong 64 song, and the area is called Creepy Castle. I think it really does sound like a lot like the Scary House theme, so it kind of worked. Like I was like, I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't think they wanted their name out there, but it was kind of ironic because I'm like, what I listened to them, and I texted him. I was like, are you sure? Like these songs sound almost identical, and he's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Like these songs, like both of these songs are from completely different eras. Like you just don't get it. Like you don't have the ear for it. I'm like, okay, and then at that point I kind of like switched off the conversation, but it was really. Am I not the only one who thinks this one and the Pokemon song sound almost identical?
I don't think they sound identical, but I understand what you mean. They sound similar. They sound similar, but they don't sound identical. Like that's kind of a push for me.
I don't even remember the Pokemon one.
SZ, God, you don't even remember what you had for breakfast today.
I didn't have breakfast.
There you go.
Not even a banana? Oh.
Actually, that's literally the only thing I had is a banana.
Of course you would have a banana.
You're so
of
predictable.
course. Oh my god, what do you have for breakfast? Did you have a banana? Oh, how'd you know? Of course. Alright, so Creepy Castle. Ooh. I'm so glad Soul included on his list. And I think Soul, you know what's funny? Soul explained this to me before the podcast. We had a topic for this stuff, so I included like some extras in case like anyone, needed a song choice or whatever. And Soul included this on his list, and he didn't even look at the extras. You just like Soul explained, he asked his friend, and he provided the song, and it's so weird because I thought Soul totally looked at the extras, but he's like, nope, I didn't look at it at all. I didn't even click on it. I'm like, oh dang. But I love this track. Creepy Castle is an amazing world. And I don't really like most of the Donkey Kong 64 worlds, but this one's just, the music is on point. It fits the theme. There's skeleton enemies, there's graveyards everywhere. Oh my gosh. It's raining. There's just so many. What?
Would you say the graveyards were overkill? Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
As he laughed.
He's laughing. He thought it was funny.
Oh my god.
Also, the boss to this world, King Cutout, where some Kremling holds King K. Rool up, a cutout of King K. Rool. Oh my god, that boss battle was annoying as hell. You had to go inside a barrel cannon. Cannon. You jump into the barrel cannon, and you'd fling yourself at the cutout. And if you miss, the character's gone. So if Donkey Kong flies and he misses, Donkey Kong is gone. You can't get Donkey Kong back. So, yeah. So, yeah, but overall, it's an amazing choice. So, I love this stage, and I love this track. It's so Halloween-like. Oh my god, this is sinister.
And this happens throughout the entire game, but there are certain places, or certain levels, or certain, mini games where you have the thing where you enter and you have a time limit and it's like, get out. I think that fits really well with this music. I just had to point that out.
I see, you interrupted me.
What's new?
I don't remember what I was going to say now. Whatever, move on.
Alright, so now let's get to our last tracks. These are our last set of tracks, and I'm so thankful I was able to include this on my list. This is from an old game. It's from a Nintendo 64 game, and it's really spooky. Ooh. Ah. I love that. The doom. I love that.
I love the part where it goes doom 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 doom. Also, a random note that it sounds like they're saying, ooh, ah, in like a spooky way.
It's
a very good pick.
I love your impersonation of this track. So Staryu provided the vocals for the last track, and now it's you on this track.
I'm actually the instruments this time. Wow.
I love it. This is Big Boo's Haunt from Super Mario 64. Now, how do you not remember this stage? If you played Super Mario 64, come on now. You remember that chompy piano going dun 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 dun. Who doesn't remember that? I was so scared.
I just need that red coin. No problem.
Dun 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 dun. I was so scared as a kid. I'm like, oh my god. I'm so scared. I also love the little Boo merry-go-round at the bottom of the house. I love when you fall and it's like I love that so much. It's so great. But yeah, this is a perfect track for Halloween, and I thought it'd be a great track to end on because at least for my set of tracks, it'd be good to end on this because it's so nostalgic, but it's also everyone remembers it, and it just fits the Halloween vibe, and it's Sinister. I'm gonna include some sort of sound effect when I say that. But yeah, that is my track, Big Boo's Haunt. Do you guys have anything to say about it besides the piano?
Isn't this? No, that's the fountain right outside where you get this. That's where you have to. Elle is dead or whatever. What is it?
You have to punch a Boo.
What's the fountain say? There's that whole thing about the Luigi thing.
L is it's numbers. It's like 2401 or something.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh my gosh, Luigi, he's in the game.
And then Super Mario 64 DS came out and it turned into like Waluigi. Oh, where's Waluigi?
Oh,
is he in here?
Rest in peace, Waluigi.
Nice track.
Rest in peace.
Very fitting track.
And rest in peace, Waluigi. Does anyone like Waluigi?
I don't hate him.
Do you like Waluigi? Yes, I hate him.
I said I don't hate him.
Oh, at least I hate him. I'm like, oh. Alright, okay, I'm sorry. I've been talking too long. Wait, no. Sorry. Let me try again. SuperZombiezi.
Oh, God.
Your last track.
Okay, mine's also from an older one. Okay, this track is called Soul's Bedroom.
Oh, God.
It's from an SNES game called Super Trash. It plays when you're in the Soul world, sifting through all the garbage and nonsense.
Oh, please.
But it also appears in Super Metroid. It's Meridia. It's the water place. It's not really spooky themed, but it is kind of creepy and mysterious. And I think you can hear it in the song, where it's kind of like, whoa, where am I? What is going on?
I'm so glad that there was a Metroid track in this podcast because, number one, the Metroid games are so great because you totally feel the isolation. You totally feel like you're by yourself, like you're on this strange planet. What are we going to see? So I'm so glad because, imagine like hearing something like this by yourself, all alone in this spooky world. You'd be like, whoa, okay, what is going on? So I'm so glad you included that on your list.
I like it. It's not my favorite. I'm sorry, SZ, but I like it.
Are you mad at SC for his little introduction?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's very good. So, Soul, your last track, you're gonna end it. You're gonna end this. So you better give us a powerful track.
Yeah, better be good.
This one's kind of an old track too. Not as old as SZ, but it's pretty old. You're welcome. It actually is a perfect fit because if you remember the first track of this podcast, it kind of complements it well. My track, anyway.
Ooh,
yes.
Shadow Sirens.
Yeah, it is. So it works because Staryu's first track was Creepy Steeple. This is the Shadow Sirens boss battle theme. And it's a really good song because it's not the creepy spiderwebs and goblins thing. It's more of the fun part of Halloween to me. and I think it
Yeah.
really works. I just wish it wasn't as short as it is, because it doesn't go like Duplis's theme. I was gonna I obviously did not want to include because we just came out of a Paper Mario podcast, and B, I used it in the Paper Mario podcast. But Duplis's theme also really works, but it's if this one Shadow Sirens track is too repetitive, that one's like nothing, because I think it's like 50 seconds of original song and it just repeats. This one's I think a minute 30, but it's not bad. It's a really good and catchy tune.
Ooh, sounds so partyistic and trick or treat like.
Stop.
That didn't make any sense. It made sense in my head, but then when it came out of my mouth, I'm just like, wait, that doesn't make any damn sense.
There's a reach.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, I'm always reaching. I love the Shadow Sirens. And I love this track, and I'm glad you included it. It's actually a good thing to end on. The spooky trick-or-treat side of Halloween. You know, just going out and having fun. Because, you know, Halloween can be spooky, but, you know, if you have a... Okay, never mind. It's always spooky regardless. I don't know where I was going to go with that. But, yeah, Essie, save me. What do you think about this track?
Oh, no, everything that was said is totally on track, on
Even the
board,
beginning?
on track.
Even the track.
Oh, you're suffering the curse too. Thank you. It's not just me.
It's a good track. It's very fitting for I'm repeating everything that was said. Yeah, great track. Sounds great.
Sinister?
Stop using the word.
It is sinister.
Ooh.
You killed Sinister. I can't use that word anymore. I'm just.
You
gonna
know
think
what?
of
You're
you.
gonna use it. You're definitely gonna use it.
No, I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna think of you, and it's gonna.
Aww.
Excellent, that's the goal.
Ezzy, you're old. Shut up.
Oh, well, that is it for. Well, that's not it, but that's it for our Halloween music podcast segment. Those are some good tracks, and you know we're also gonna include some credit music at the end. I'm probably gonna include like Banshee Boardwalk from our Kirk 64 or something like that. We'll see what I include at the end. But yeah, we have some. I feel like we have some really, really good tracks on this list of 18 tracks. Really spooky tracks. Some that are fun and some that are really haunting. You know, I feel like this is a really, really good podcast because I love having really styled music like this. So yes, thank you Soul, thank you SC for your tracks. Ooh,
Yay.
and happy Halloween. So before we get into what have you been doing, I want to quickly ask Soul about the Nintendo Switch. So as you guys know, we already had a podcast, me and SuperZombiezi, and we talked about the Nintendo Switch, the announcement, what we thought about it. So we pretty much said a lot about it, but Soul and Dark Boo didn't get to say anything about it. So since Soul's here, we're gonna let Soul take the floor and tell us, what do you think about the Nintendo Switch?
Okay. I actually really like the design of it. It looks really sleek, and it's super simple. It's still definitely that Nintendo like unorthodox style, because I think they've been trying to do that, but unlike the Wii U, it doesn't have this awful peripheral that third parties have to work around. So I think this is actually really this is definitely, the Wii U had a problem with that, but I don't think the Switch will run into that. I only worry is like, oh man, if this is like, if the DS and the Wii, if this is like they're merging, I'm like, man, I'm not sure if I have to go buy one for myself or what, because me and my brother both play on the DS and stuff. But if this is like Nintendo's move forward from that, we're probably gonna have to get our own, which I don't want to do because they'll probably be really expensive considering you're running like console games on a portable device. So that's a bridge I'll cross once I get to it. But the other things I like about it are I like its multiple configurations that it has. Like you can play with on the TV, you can play with a Pro controller, you can play with the grip controller, that thing where you stick the things. You can unhook the Joy-Cons, that's what they're called, the Joy-Cons. You can unhook them from the portable screen, and you can play like that as if it were like two tiny little Wii remotes. I like the how many ways you configure it, and it seems that you might be able to like. That's why I think the price won't be too expensive. It seems like you can connect two Switches together. Like there was that scene in the trailer with those two dudes playing basketball, or those four dudes playing basketball, and they had two systems across from each other, and it sounded like it looked like you can play with each other. So I don't think it's going to be too expensive. It definitely would be pretty expensive, so that's why I'm only seriously considering whether or not I'm going to plan to buy 2 or not, one for me, and then my little brother buys the other. That's, again, bridge all crossed. But the other thing I actually really like about it is the games that we saw were, I think, okay. I also think Nintendo definitely should have, like, covered them, because when I first watched it, I didn't even realize those were all new games, except for the Mario one. I thought those were all ports. I don't know what Skyrim looks like, so I didn't know that was Skyrim on there for one of it, but I had no idea that that was a new Splatoon game. I didn't realize that the characters had new hairstyles and that it was a different map. So it seems to be either a sequel game or whatever. And then the game that was Mario Kart looks identical to Mario Kart 8, which makes me believe it's not a sequel to Mario Kart 8, rather a port with a bunch of added features, because it just has Yoshi's Circuit on there, and we already have Yoshi's Circuit from Mario Kart 8 with the DLC. So, and the only thing that changed was King Boo, which I didn't notice, which I definitely should have. My fault on that. The Mario game, the new Mario platformer, looks alright. Again, they should have either shown more footage or given a name, because I have no idea, like, I'm not even, like, I'm so anxious to see what it is. I'm just, like, exhausted already. I'm like, just tell me what tell me what I'm expecting at least, and then let me build up some hype. What else? I hope that it comes in different colors. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but I saw these concepts people had where, like, the Joy-Cons and the outer layer, or the shell of the screen, were, like, blue and yellow and green. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. I hope they have that, because I think the Switch would look really cool in different colors. Another thing that we'll have to wait for and see, but I don't think I'll wait to get a Switch, and I don't think they're going to come in different colors, at least initially. So I'm probably just going to be stuck with the simple black and gray one, but it doesn't look ugly by any sense. I just like the idea of having a cool, I think the one I really liked was this dark green one that I saw, but meh. But I'm definitely going to buy it when it comes out, March 2017.
Oh, yes. Wait, when do you think it's going to come out?
It comes out March 2017.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you meant day. I was like, wait, well, how do you know that song?
They said also, apparently, that we're not getting any more, and I keep calling it that, Nintendo Switch news until 2017.
They did the same thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna get it till we're not gonna get any more news on it till 2017, which is upsetting, because I want to know if I can, like, spend my money from Christmas on it or not. Like, how much I should save, because we could be splitting the cost and getting one, or we could be buying 2. I want to know what the price is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that would be good to know, but I think it's also good that we won't hear a lot until then, because if we hear a bunch now, we're gonna get all excited, and then we have to wait.
Yeah,
but
if we
hear
don't
about
have any
it,
information,
which is fine. I think we have enough information. We know what it's going to be, but we don't know the details. And then when we do get the details in, like, January or February, we only have to wait 2 months. Awesome.
Did you
You
guys hear, like, one thing I didn't mention that I thought of? It's, like, a bold step, because I think Nintendo's the first one to do, well, something like, first of all, portable gaming on, like, console games.
Yeah.
First of all, that's, like, a huge step, and I think, personally, I don't know what Sony and Microsoft have up their sleeves with the next generation, because Nintendo is usually the first one of the next generation, but that's a huge leap. Like, they're really gonna have to, like, up their game. I think this was, like, a crazy good improvement on one hand, but then I was like, okay, obviously this is portable games, so one of the big things that I don't think people are talking about are they're including whole games on cartridges, which obviously actually isn't that much if you think about it. Like, discs probably cover about similar surface area of the volume of those tiny little game cartridges, but I thought that was, like, so cool, because I'm sitting here like, so we're gonna buy, like, NX games in, like, super, like, this similar cases to the 3DS, like, what's gonna go on with that, because they're so small, like the size of my thumb or something, like the first
Well, that's
part
small.
of my thumb. It's small, I know. I just thought it was cool. I'm really excited for this generation of game consoles in general, because I think this is gonna be one of the more competitive ones, because last time Nintendo kind of got left in the dust with the Wii U, but this Switch, if they market it right, because another thing that was really weird about it, sorry I'm kind of talking, but this was a short podcast anyway, so I'm not taking up time, was this trailer, I was watching the BitBlock, his video, and I believe he was the one who said it. They didn't have one kid there. Not one kid. So I was
True.
that's so weird. Like, not even a family. I get that a lot of it was supposed to be like on the go stuff, but they didn't have like kids in a car trip playing on the Switch. It wasn't like that. Combining this with both the idea of the competition that they had last generation of consoles, and that this is there were no kids in that video. I think Nintendo's really trying to, and marketing. I think Nintendo's really trying to market towards an older audience at this point. But I don't know if that's the best decision, which is why I mentioned, the marketing in general, because Nintendo already kind of screwed up their marketing like day one when they named it the Wii U, because there were people who couldn't tell the systems apart. It doesn't seem to allow you to play Wii U games, which I thought was actually kind of shocking, because it would have been fun to play some Wii U games, but considering they're porting Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon, I mean, that covers 2 bases, and I'm assuming we'll get a Super Smash Bros. Title at some point on there. But back to the marketing thing, it's just all those mistakes that they made with the Wii U, they might have been fixed for the Switch, but it also seems like they might be opening themselves up for a whole slew of more problems with marketing that I don't know. I'm hoping they're going to make smarter decisions this time, because right now, what they have seems to put them far ahead in the lead, because this is something, not just the Wii U, which was kind of just gimmicky with the peripheral. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I mean, this is kind of cool, but, like, this is a gimmick. Like, I got it, but what are we supposed to do with this? Now, we have something where there's no gimmick to it, there's no special peripheral, but it does have something that you could do, which is play games on the go. But I was also thinking about it, I was like, what am I gonna... I don't even go out that much anymore. It's just, I don't want to turn on my TV and, like, set it up, so I can just take it out and play in my room, which I think is cool.
Yeah, and the whole portability aspect, that's a gimmick too. Like, that is, but it's such a practical one.
Yeah. No one has to work around it. No one has to, like...
Exactly. With the Wii U, even like a DS, while we all love the DS, and the developers loved it too, you had to add extra things to make it work on the DS. You had to change whatever. You had to adhere to those rules, even the Wii as well.
But with the DS, the DS was the leading one in that market, and there were hardly any other portable systems, and they never did. Like, no one really, like, sure, there was the PSP, but that was pretty much it. Nintendo just trailblazed the portable market, and they just kept on it, and I don't think anyone even bothered to make a portable system that would even come close to the Nintendo DS. So I think it was a different story there.
Well, you had the PlayStation Portable, but
no one cared about it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, Nintendo let it. We can't deny that. And so developers didn't have to work around with the DS. If anything, they had to work around porting things to the PSP and PlayStation Vita. Like, the DS was, I think, the primary thing developers went to. Right. That was not the case for the Wii U, because the only ones who were really starting on the Wii U were indie titled developers, and they didn't use the gamepad at all, or Nintendo themselves, and obviously Nintendo doesn't put other games on other systems. So that was a different situation. Here, I see nothing that developers have to work around. So, and also, I heard, I don't know if it's true, I didn't look too far into it, but it does run Unreal Engine 4 or 5 or something, so that's also, like, a huge deal. Like, I'm really excited, I said it like 3 times, but I'm excited to see what this generation of consoles has, because the PS4 was okay. I obviously don't play it that much, but, like, it didn't really do much. They didn't add anything, and neither did the Xbox One. That's what Nintendo always has, even if they didn't make the best marketing decisions, and it was really hard for developers. Nintendo at least really tries to be unique and different and really push the boundaries. And this was huge, because I always thought Nintendo was never going to do, like, merge platform, their consoles and portables, because I didn't think it was possible. And I'm still...
Even with all the rumors?
Yeah, I thought it was just, like, blown up out of proportion. I didn't think it was possible. Like, literally possible. So when I saw that it was a real thing, I mean, they displayed... The video was so casual, and I wasn't even freaking out. Like, I was reflecting that casualness, because I was watching it in class, too. Stop it. I was watching it in class, too, so I guess that was one of the reasons why I didn't freak out. But I was watching it, I'm like, oh, I mean, it's what everyone said it is, but, like, is this really possible? Like, is this just, like... Is this real? And then the second thought I had was, the battery life on that thing is going to be non-existent.
Unfortunately.
I'm like probably 5 hours, 4 hours. Like, there's no way that thing is gonna have a good. Well, actually, the Wii U gamepad is like 5 hours. So.
Yeah, but the Wii U gamepad was just a device to receive the stream from the Wii U. This thing is actually like that's the system. Like the docking station is not the system. This is the system.
Yeah.
This is where all the power is coming from. So, and if it's playing like console games on the go,
the battery's gonna be gone.
Whoa. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I'm looking like as soon as they announce that, I'm gonna be like, I hope they announce like a battery add-on thing. Because do you remember with the gamepad? Didn't they have something you could replace and it would have been a higher battery life?
Yeah, there was, but why should we be like expecting a battery add-on? That should be included already.
I mean, yeah, but I mean I doubt it with Nintendo because their whole thing is trying to make things cheaper. So,
although Nintendo has been good about battery life, like the DS, 3DS, I always saw those as pretty good battery life, at least compared to things like iPhones and other mobile devices. Like the Nintendo's had it covered pretty well. Again, their devices have not been as powerful, so that's the issue.
Time will tell. I wish time didn't tell, or wouldn't wait, and I wish time would tell us right now what everything is, but I have to wait.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Can I ask you a question about the Nintendo Switch?
Yes, you can.
Alright, okay. So for Mario Kart apparently, with King Boo being playable and things like that, clearly, and also the item system, you can hold 2 items, apparently, what it showed. What is that enough for you to get this game? What would this game have to have for you to consider getting it for the Nintendo Switch?
New tracks. I'm a sucker. Like, I'm really bad with my money when it comes to video games, and there's like certain games where I'm like, pretty much every iteration I'm gonna buy, and it's like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, and Pokemon. Pretty much every generation I'm gonna buy it no matter what. I'm really bad with that sort of thing, especially because the Nintendo Switch. Another reason why I might just buy my own is because the Nintendo Switch is gonna be the last system I have as a child. I'm gonna be an adult soon after it's announced.
Aww.
So yeah, creepy. But I'm gonna have to have that. So it's probably not the best idea to buy it, even if it doesn't add that much. But to answer the question, probably just new tracks. I'm not really looking for new characters. I'd probably feel a bit guilty for spending my money on it because, I mean, new tracks might not just be enough because the DLC pretty much just added new tracks and new characters all the same. So
it makes it interesting for a week and then it's like, okay, I'm done with Mario Kart 8.
What might be the thing, I was really speculating, and I didn't listen to your podcast, so who knows if you guys mentioned this. I think they might revamp Battle Mode, too.
Oh.
Because that was a big complaint from everyone, was Battle Mode. And I think, especially with this whole idea of, like, portableness and, like, playing with other people, Battle Mode might be changed.
Mario Kart Wii, please.
Yeah. I don't know that. I maybe I shouldn't have gotten your hopes up on it, but I think that might be something they change as well.
So if they have new tracks and a revamped battle mode, would you buy it?
I'm gonna buy it either way. I'm a sucker. I would not buy a direct port though. I would not buy a direct port.
Right. What if it was $60?
I'm probably gonna buy it anyway, especially because I think that's gonna be one of the. Sorry, I'm a sucker, but it's probably gonna be one of the launch titles too. Like I suspect it's gonna.
That's what I think too. With Splatoon, I think it's gonna be Zelda, Splatoon, and Mario Kart. That's like such an incredible lineup.
Splatoon?
2 are ports, but
I'm so excited for the new Splatoon game.
But why? Like why? What if they add a couple new maps? They change some animations.
I don't care.
But,
I want more
like,
Splatoon.
We've barely had that game for a year.
Yeah, but I want more Splatoon. I want more.
No, we have had it for a year.
I want more Callie and Marie.
Yeah, it's a little over. Callie and Marie, what were you saying?
I want more Callie and Marie, and I want them to call it Splatoon 2. Splatoon. with the two, you got it.
Oh,
I want it.
Yeah, but it's got to be like a full new game then, like the next step,
Okay.
not just a port.
Okay, so here's my thing with Splatoon 2. Whatever. It's gonna be new maps. There's gonna be a new mode for sure. I have no doubt about that. There's gonna be a whole bunch more weapons this time around. Obviously, I saw the basic weapons were even redesigned in the trailer. Like, the basic weapons had slightly different designs now. But I'm expecting there to be sloshers and Gatling guns already in the game. Splatfests are back. I'm really excited for that. I love how I'm acting like this is all confirmed. And then a completely different single player, which is really fun because the single player in Splatoon, while a little simple and there wasn't much like story or anything, it was really fun. I remember, I don't go back to it ever. I didn't have that much fun to go back to it, but the bosses were really fun and weird. Even like the bosses were boring designs, but so fun to play, even if they were pretty easy.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna do a new story mode with Splatoon, which will be good. So
That'd be nice.
And
That'd be
the
nice.
cool thing is, I probably am gonna play as the dude this time because I saw some hairstyles in there that looked really neat for the dudes.
Yeah.
But I still like the original girl better. But I want to see what we'll have for Splatoon, because we don't know. All we have is that obviously there's gonna be more hairstyles, and there's probably more clothes, and they redesigned it, the weapons slightly, and there's a new map. That's all we know, and that's probably all we'll know for a while. I actually have some doubts that Splatoon will be a release game. I mean, who knows? This could be like a Nintendo 3DS release library, because if you guys remember that, there was nothing when the Nintendo 3DS was released. Like, nothing. I remember Pilot Wings Resort was the game I got.
Pilot Wings, yeah. Nintendogs, I think.
Oh yeah, there was
Aw.
that. So, I mean, that's one. But that's why I guess I'll use that analogy. I think the Nintendogs of the 3DS will be the Zelda NX of the... Breath of the Wild. I forgot there's a title
You
for that
lost
too. Zelda Breath of the Wild to the Nintendo Switch. I think that's going to be... I don't think there's going to be any other games following or with its initial release. I think we'll get Splatoon and Mario Kart at the same time, though. I think the last game we're going to get out of those 4 Nintendo titles we saw is the new Mario, because...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because the Mario Kart game looks to just be a port with some added stuff.
Yeah, that one's ready.
Yeah.
I mean...
The Splatoon game, I don't think is ready yet. I think, especially considering how recent the game is, even if it's on the same engine, I don't expect it to be a release title. Mario Kart, I can understand, but I don't think they will. I think they'll wait till spring, late spring, like they did with Mario Kart 8. But who knows?
This is just tough, listening about all these, like, ports. Because
Yep.
So, yesterday... It was announced, not yesterday, but the day before, and... I think it was yesterday that I got a chance to talk with Dark Boo about it, just briefly. And he'll give his full thoughts next episode, I'm sure.
I don't care.
But actually what he said was that, like, it's cool, the system's cool, it's innovative, interesting, but he's not interested in the games. And I was like, oh, really? You know, like, these look like really good, solid games, but... He mentioned that they're all ports, and he's right.
Yes, they are.
They're all ports. Zelda's a port. I forgot that is actually a port.
Well,
it's going to be on the Wii U.
No,
not a
port isn't the right word, because they were developing it for both systems.
Okay, yes, you're right. You're right, but I guess the point here is that he can get it on the Wii U.
Yep.
He already owns Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon. All of those he does not need. Those are all just kind of carried
totally
over.
agree.
And even like Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim, I can play that right now on my computer, on my other consoles. It's already there. And the only new thing is Mario. And even Mario, it's like, we know what Mario is. I'm sure it'll be different and it's going to be a different style, whatever. But Mario is Mario. So that's the only thing going for right now. So from his perspective, like, I get it. I understand.
I think, I mentioned it. I saw the games. I didn't even know there were any new games besides the new Mario at first. My brother had to point it out when I got home. Which is why I think they should have said there were new games. Like, that would have been... Whatever. I think Nintendo's banking on I guess they are kind of banking on a gimmick, is that portableness. Like, they're banking on, Skyrim might have been out for like 2 years now, but hey, you can take it wherever you want. But I don't think that's a smart decision. I don't know.
What I think they're doing is I think they're aiming at people who don't have a Wii U.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I think they're doing for absolute sure. Like Mario Kart 8, you didn't have a Wii U, look, you get to play Mario Kart 8. You didn't have Splatoon, look, Splatoon. I totally think that's what they're doing to get those people who never got a Wii U and be like, hey, we still got great games. But you see where the issue lies is I also see where what Boo's saying. If he said that, right? That's what he said. He said that he didn't really see a point of getting. If you already have a Wii U, I can also see why you would feel like why would I need to get the same game? So all I know is that these ports or whatever they are, they better have more content. I don't just mean like, oh, 2 new stages here, 2 new. No, I'm talking like I want some hot stuff. All right, some hot stuff. So you know what I mean? Hot stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Sol, do you have anything else to say? Because I feel kind of bad when you weren't in the other podcast. No? Is there any other comment you want to say about the Nintendo Switch? I'm not ready for the sound. Darn it.
I mean, do you guys have any other questions for me? I can't really think of anything else. Like, I think I'm gonna buy it.
How much is too much? Let me just ask you that. How much is too much?
So we were discussing this yesterday. Again, I guess okay. If it's too much for me to get it at all. $350. I'm not spending any more than that. Maybe even $300, considering how it looks. But at $350 for sure, I am not getting it. Or I'd have to save up, and I wouldn't get it at release. If I'm not gonna get 2 of it, probably $250. I would be comfortable with buying a system by myself for $250, not $300, and definitely not. Maybe even not $250. That's what I'm saying. Like that range, $200, $250. I'd feel iffy about getting one just for myself. $350, I would not consider buying it at release. I would wait for more games to come out because, again, I'm not sure how the release of these games is going.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions we have, and yeah, that is Sol's opinion about the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Ooh, that sound just it hits me. All right, so now we're gonna get into what have you been doing, which is something that we have not done in like years,
forever.
So, who wants to go first? Maybe.
I'll go first and just take it care of because the only thing I've been doing is either the Paper Mario guide or I'm messing around with the contest and some Party Planner 64, and that's about it. Like I really haven't been doing much. I've been playing. I think I only got to play maybe 2 times in the last like month. Borderlands with Dark Boo. He's not here. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, it's been very low on the games. I haven't touched Smash Brothers in a long time. Only if I'm playing with friends here at home. It's only happened like twice in the last 2 months. But I haven't played Smash Brothers online with, Staryu, Dark Boo, Sol in ages. It feels so bad. But that's what I've been doing.
I'll go next. I've been playing a lot of Mario Party lately. I've been playing a lot of Mario Party 2, so I can practice for Party Planner. So watch out. When you play with me on Mario Party 2, I'm going to be a deadly force because I've been practicing these mini games and I've been getting it going. I even did minigame coaster all over again, and I'm at World 7. Ugh. Bam! So I've been really kicking all sorts of butt on Mario Party 2. I played Mario Party 1 with SC and Boo, but we're not going to talk about that because that was a really vicious game.
Okay.
But Mario Party 2, let's talk about Mario Party 2. I've been feeling really attacked lately on Mario Party 2. Like, I've been literally physically and mentally attacked in that game.
Oh my god.
Literally, I feel very attacked.
I was thinking that.
I feel very attacked. I was playing. Okay, let me just say one thing because I don't want to go on for too long. I was playing ranking them up, ranking them in, raking. Oh my god, ranking them in, like ranking them in, like rake those mushrooms
raking.
In. Yeah.
Raking
so fill those babies up. Yeah. So the purpose of this mini game is basically, you have like this rake thing. You just gotta rake those mushrooms in. Like you gotta time it right. And just go.
Rake those babies in.
Rake those babies in. Just. You gotta rake the golden mushrooms and the normal mushrooms. You get the poison mushrooms, you lose 3 points, which is so stupid. 3 points. Oh my god. But I was playing Rake and a Man. I think I showed SC this. I don't know if I showed Soul this, but I should. I'll show. I can't post it right now, but I'll just show what the image said. Basically, I was playing Rake and a Man, and everyone won but me. I lost, and everyone else won. That's not funny. Oh, I felt attacked. Everyone got 6 points, and I got 3 points, and everyone was putting like the rake up like at the end, like yeah, and I was like, oh,
Crying.
Everyone got like what? It was like okay, 120 coins. How do you 40, 40, 40? And I was like, oh, I don't get anything. I just lost 30 coins. It was so sad. I felt devastated. But yeah, I've just been playing Mario Party 2 a lot. I've been really wanting to practice for the party planner. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I think we did. Or if maybe we didn't. Me and SC did a video for create your own Mario Party board contest, and we were judging it, and we were being really fair and honest.
Yes, we were.
Oh
a little
my.
too honest at times.
We were being a little too fair to Yoshi, man. He should have definitely got less points.
No.
But
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not true.
You're not
the
supposed to
score
let
he
him-
got was well
at
deserved.
least 1 point less would have been more ideal.
Oh,
But yeah, that's that. You can go check the video out on Mario Party Legacy, and our faces are in the video too, so you can see me. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's an hour-long video. We get into each board. There were 7 submissions, so there's a lot to talk about. What you don't get to see are all the bloopers. Like
Oh,
when I
no.
introduced myself as the judge, and then I said
And now our
And then-
other George.
our other
George.
George. I said George. Oh my!
I still don't know who George is. He needs to tell me who George is. I don't know who he is.
Someone needs to tell me. Tell me who George is. Dang it! Oh, but yeah, that video is up. You can go check it out. It's cool.
Okay. My turn. All I've been doing, so I haven't actually been doing much. I think the last time I got to say what I was doing was like right before my midterm. I'm not even sure if I mentioned that because I feel like I would have remembered it, but I had to do my college midterm because I've been dealing with college work still, and it's really hard and really annoying. The midterm was shockingly easy, which was like the best thing ever because I was freaking out that entire week. I had like stress attacks, like it was not fun. But after the midterm, I was like, oh, this is easy, thank God. And then the worst part was because my grade was really doing poorly in math. That's the one I had the midterm in. So I think I passed the midterm because it was pretty easy. So I was like, finally, my grade's going up. Now I'll comfortably not be failing. And then it turns out I had a project that was due, and I forgot to do it, and it was too late to turn it in. So I was like, well, there goes if I got a great score on it, my project is going to bring that back down to whatever I had. So it's not, I haven't even looked at my grade, and I don't want to. I'm just a little too afraid to do it. One of my other teachers, and my American history teacher, he says, like, as long as you're doing good work, you shouldn't even need to check your grades. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take that advice right now. I think I'm doing good, so I should be doing good. But other than that, I joined my art honors society at my school simply due to peer pressure because one of my friends who drives me home is like, if you don't do this, I'm not driving you home anymore. I was like, oh, man, then I have to take the bus. So I'm taking this, right, and I have to go cook for my first event. So right after this, like as soon as I send this file over to Staryu, I'm gonna be buying ingredients at the supermarket because I've already made it once and it was really good. It was a pasta puttanesca. It's very delicious.
Oh.
It's actually a really simple recipe. I'm not gonna talk about it, but the ingredients are really easy to find and it was very good. I used one where it was sauce because I was looking at some of the ones that we had I saw, and all of them weren't really sauces. They were just like mixing a whole bunch of ingredients together and sticking on pasta. I'm like, that's not how it works. You're supposed to put the main thing that I added that was different from all the other recipes I saw. The one recipe had tomato paste, and that tomato paste made it much more thick, and I liked it like that, so it was an actual sauce. I tasted it with cheese and without cheese, and so usually I like my pasta with cheese. It is not good with cheese because it's actually a kind of a spicy dish because there's a little bit of chili flakes in there. Red pepper flakes. It did not taste good with cheese because the cheese stifles the flavor. So For those of you who ever want to make a pasta puttanesca, do not include cheese or Parmesan cheese because it does not taste as good. That's all, because I probably should stop talking because I need to get to the store soon.
Yeah, and I'm about to pass out if I keep hearing food being talked about.
Pressy. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention why I'm making it. Sorry. I'm not going to get too much into it, but the reason why I'm making it, because I felt like that was why those two events were almost uncorrelated. This is my first year, especially, so it's kind of important that I nail this. I have to go make something that represents me, like a dish that represents me. I'm like, what the heck? I turned my friend because she has ins on it, so like I knew about this theme way before anyone else. And she was driving me, and I turned to her. I was like, "Are you sure that's the theme?" She's like, "I promise." I was like, "What does that even mean?" Like, they're supposed to like the whole thing is there's a best dish, and whoever makes the best looking dish wins. I was like, so am I supposed to make a dish that looks like me? And she explained it to me. And so basically, the reason why I'm making puttanesca is because it's really easy, and that is definitely something I like to do. Easy things. And I'm Italian, so it's really good. It just kind of worked. I'm really hamming it, and to try and make it relate to me. But like, you know what? I'm Italian. That works. I'll rely on that. And it tastes good. You know what? It tastes really good.
Oh, so you like easy things, so you're not team hard?
I hate you.
Oh, okay. I love you.
Oh, please.
Ezzy, you're not allowed to speak on that.
Oh. All right, so with that, we are at the end of our podcast. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Let's get to the ending information. You can subscribe to the Lost Levels podcast on iTunes. Make sure to leave us a rating and a review. It helps us grow. Give us 5-star use. Bam! You can find all our past episodes at our website, thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com, and our Mario news and community at mariopartylegacy.com. And you can follow us, The Lost Levels, on all of our social media. Here's our social media pages. Facebook is facebook.com/thelostlevels. Twitter is @LostLevelsMPL. Tumblr is thelostlevelspodcast.tumblr.com. And our YouTube, youtube.com/users/thelostlevelspl. And if you're listening to this on YouTube or watching it on YouTube, give this video a big thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. And now let's get to our social medias, our each individual social media. So you can find me, Spider, FrankenStaryu, whatever the case is. You can follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, and Google+. All of it is SpiderStaryu.
And then for me, I'm SuperZombiezi on Twitter, Nintendo Network, and YouTube. YouTube is where I do my live streaming every Wednesday, noon Pacific time, for my hack Banjo-Kazooie Returns.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Shut up, Ezzy. Don't you have a panel to judge? Okay.
We have to listen to the whole 30 seconds.
Okay, as for me, you can follow me on Miiverse at Compete, where I've been posting. I still am playing Paper Mario Color Splash. I have not finished, so I've been posting my progress there. I haven't played in a few days, but I did play today, so there are 2 posts from me. They're not really good. I kind of pushed them in. I had to make something, so I did. But I'm stuck at the boss right now. I figured out what I was supposed to do. I had the right idea. I just didn't know. I timed it wrong. So, yeah. I'm on the last boss before Bowser's Castle, I assume, since Peach keeps sending me letters about it, so I'm assuming Bowser's Castle. Yeah. That's all.
Right. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening to our spooky podcast with great Halloween music. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye, and happy Halloween.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween. Mwahahaha.